Guys, we have a big breaking news coming out. Kentucky governor declares state of emergency. Now, yesterday there was that UPS plane that went down, and today we are getting all these breaking news updates. The governor declaring state of emergency. Now, give me a second here. Let me just pull up this information. Once again, please share the video. Thank you so much for your support. A state of emergency has been declared for Kentucky by Governor Andy Wednesday following a deadly UPS event in Louisville, Kentucky Tuesday night. Once again, the governor said that 9 have passed and at least 15 are injured. An additional 16 are still unaccounted for after the incident. My condolences and prayers goes out to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. We are sending prayers to many people out there. I've seen videos, very disturbing, and there was an evacuation. There was a lockdown. I mean, again, it was just really sad what happened last night. So again, my condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost their loved ones. It says here hundreds of emergency crews responded to the crash near the Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport Tuesday. Wow. The plane, which had 3 crew members on board, went down around 5:15 p.m. after taking off from SDF, creating large plumes of smoke that prompted shelter-in-place orders across the region. Man. I was working at my second job and I heard about this. It's just very sad. So the governor said Tuesday night that the plane went down into 2 businesses, Kentucky Petroleum Recycling and a Grade A Auto Parts. Now, the National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation into the event, the crash, and has 24 investigators on scene working to determine the cause, Mayor Gregg said during a Wednesday afternoon press conference. Man. Excuse me, guys. The event has deeply affected Kentucky's largest city, raising urgent questions about aviation safety procedures, emergency preparedness, and community safety in the U.S. The incident is now the deadliest in UPS Airlines history and has disrupted critical supply operations and local infrastructure. Man. Now they're still investigating. There's pictures here. I'm not gonna show the pictures due to again, out of respect for the family, and also this platform is really strict when it comes to those type of news. All right, so it says here the crash occurred around 5:15 p.m. local time on Tuesday as a UPS MD-11 cargo plane was taken off from SDF en route to, oh wow, it was heading towards Hawaii, Honolulu. The aircraft, fueled for the Trans-Pacific journey, erupted in a massive fire upon impact, sending dangerous plumes of smoke visible for miles across Louisville and southern Indiana. Once again, the crash site included 2 local businesses, Kentucky Petroleum Recycling and Grade A Auto Parts, and caused significant damage to nearby facility, including a recycling center. That's the reason why there was a shelter in place and evacuation ordered. So here's a map. U.S. Bird crashes near Louisville. Ah, you see that? Give me a second here. Let me just zoom it in. Wow. Yeah, something went wrong. Malfunction, something. Wow. Not too far from Illinois. Not too far from Tennessee. Wow. Excuse me, guys. Authorities confirm at least 9 have passed as of Wednesday morning, including all 3 crew members, with the toll expected to rise as research efforts continue. 15 additional, 15 additional people were impacted, and 16 are still missing, the governor said during a press conference Wednesday. Okolona Fire Chief Mark Little said there are still roughly 30 to 40 firefighters still on scene, along with a search and rescue team of about 40 people that continue to search for the missing. The governor issued a state of emergency allowing resources and the Kentucky National Guard to mobilize rapidly. The declaration also facilitates reimbursement for emergency and funeral expenses through the Team Kentucky Emergency Relief Fund. So again, the state of emergency releases funds and also more assistance, possibly maybe some more agency to get involved, perhaps maybe FEMA, National Guards to help out. Again, it's so many things that come with the, declaring emergency declaration. A team of 24 federal investigators has arrived to search the debris for flight data and cockpit voice recorders, so possibly looking for the black box. Both the FAA and the NTSB have said that the definitive cause of this event will take time to determine, but there were no known hazardous materials on board aside from jet fuel. But here's the thing, there's been a lot of reports about loose bolts, the wheels just popping out. I mean, there's been a lot of this crazy stuff about unprofessional when it comes to securing these bolt doors, you name them. And it's just been going on since Joe. You guys know Joe was in charge in 2021 to 2024. Excuse me, yeah. So 2020 to 2024. And he had Pete as the transportation secretary. And ever since that, I mean, things have started going south. It says here a shelter in place order remains in effect for a quarter mile around the crash site, but has been reduced from Tuesday. It says here, the governor said, Kentucky, more heartbreaking news out of Louisville. The number of those lost has now risen to at least 9, with the possibility of more. Right now, these families need prayers, love, and support. Let's wrap our arms around them during this unimaginable time. Please pray. Sending prayers to the families and friends. Water and air monitoring are ongoing, and all water is safe to drink, the mayor said. Airport operations were partially restored by Wednesday, with one runway reopened, but delays and disruption continue. Dan Mann, AAE Executive Director of the Louisville Regional Airport, said during the Wednesday afternoon press conference. What may have caused the UPS plane go down in Kentucky, where the specific cause of this event remains unknown. The aircraft involved, a 34 years old MD-11, was heavily fueled with a long-haul flight to Hawaii. So they're going to investigate all this, but it's going to be hard to actually figure out what caused it. No, again, I don't know if you guys watched the video, but it seemed like everything was just gone. I mean, that was a huge, thick black smoke seen miles away. It says here investigators will examine factors such as mechanical failure, pilot performance, weather condition, and fuel management. No evidence has yet suggested or deliberate foul play. And hazardous chemical present around the site are believed to belong to local businesses, not cargo. I assume there's a black box in there, right? So they're gonna, hopefully they have a black box, but it gives a better understanding what really happened. Video shows the UPS plane down. Now, eyewitnesses video captured the MD-11 going down near the runway, followed by a series of explosion and a fireball that engulfed part of two business facilities. The footage has circulated widely online and was referenced by officials to highlight the crash's sovereignty and the scale of emergency response. So how many times has a UPS bird crashed before? Louisville tragedy marks the biggest incident in UPS Airlines history. UPS, one of the world's major carriers, has reported several serious accidents over the past decades, including the 2013 crash of UPS Flight 1354 in Alabama that left two pilots past. The NTSB and industry watchdog have since pressed for safety improvements, particularly on aging fleets and night cargo operation. However, major UPS crashes remain rare compared to the volume of flights operated annually. How many have been impacted? Well, 15 people were treated for injuries from this event, with 13 already discharged from local health center as of Wednesday morning. 2 remain in critical condition, according to the Louisville Courier-Journal. Officials have set up a victim reunification center and stressed that the numbers may change as the search for the missing continues. So what people are saying? Well, you have Morgan McGarvey, congressman for Kentucky, 3rd District, said during a press conference, "The reality is, this rocked Louisville. Louisville looked apocalyptic last night. The images of debris falling in every neighborhood. This is awful." And it's true. I mean, I've seen videos and I'm like, no way. I mean, that thing was, again, it was filled. It was filled with fuel. I mean, it's like a movie, Never seen anything like that. The governor, once again, Andy, during a news conference in Frankfort Wednesday on the state of emergency, said it allowed us to move resources more quickly through emergency management and the Kentucky National Guard. These loved ones need prayers and support during this unimaginable time. Let's wrap our arms around them. Once again, Mayor Craig Greenberg, Louisville, on Wednesday said, "I want to thank the more than 100 first responders who worked overnight, putting others first. The scale of loss here is something we haven't seen in our community in decades." UPS said in an updated statement Wednesday, "We are terribly saddened by the accident tonight in Louisville. Our heartfelt thoughts are with everyone involved. UPS is committed to the safety of our employees, our customers, and the communities we serve. This is particularly true in Louisville, home to our airline and thousands of UPSers. So, what happens next? The NTSB investigation is expected to continue for several weeks, with an initial report likely within 30 days, and a final report possibly taking a year or longer. This is the latest updates. Once again, Kentucky governor has declared a state of emergency, which is releasing more funds, more help. They are still out there looking for the rest. The governor is going to keep everyone updated, but the most important thing, please pray for the families and friends that lost their loved ones, and please pray for those who are missing. Again, this link will be in the description box. Follow me on X for all the latest breaking news updates. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.